Some of you guys, some people are wondering, how can someone like you come from where you came from or go through what you went through? Because some of you guys, you don't look like what you went through. Some of you guys, you don't look like you came from where you came from, as in like the people that you grew up with or the people that were around you, you're the complete opposite. And this is why they made you feel so left out when you were around them. This is why they treated you like a black sheep. They treated you like an outcast because you're extremely different. You're unique. You're set apart, right? And you are not like them. So now that you're actually walking into your calling and you're walking in your purpose, people are noticing the difference. See, before they try to make you look bad, before they try to gaslight you, before they try to present you as someone that you're not, when they gossiped about you, talked about you, they made people think the worst about you, okay? And people actually believed them. People thought that you were crazy. People thought that you were insane, that you were mentally ill, something was wrong with you. And because you may not have been as talkative, people may have thought that you were too secretive, that you're deceitful, you're hiding things, or you may have been extremely outgoing, extremely what they call hyper or ADHD or bipolar or whatever they try to false diagnose you with. People really believe them and thought that you're this way, but what it was is that you're just extremely unique. You're extremely different, okay? And you are the light in a dark room. You are the light in a traumatic environment. You are a light in a dark place, okay? And that's what it was. And they all tried to dim your light. So in order for them to dim your light, they had to make other people jump on board. So they had to convince others to jump on board, okay? And the reason why I'm saying this is because many of you guys, there's some people that God has told you that you have to cut ties with. And I know it was very hard for you to do so. And the reason for this was because of the witchcraft that they were doing to you and the torment that they were putting you through and the abuse that you went through that you did not deserve. And the Lord told you that you had to cut ties, not only with them, which you had no problem cutting ties with them because you already knew what they were doing to you and you knew you didn't deserve that. But what made it very hard for you is the fact that you also had to cut ties with some people that you love, that are associated with them, that communicate with them. And you don't want to be the kind of person like, oh, if you're talking to that person, I can't talk to you. If you're talking to that person, I can't talk to you. Because you're not like that. That's not who you are at all. You are the kind of person like, okay, you could talk to whoever you want to talk to. Your relationship with them is not my relationship with you. That's how you are because you have a good heart, right? But the thing about it is that when it comes to being obedient to God and God protecting you and not harming you, God also instructed you that you even had to cut ties. You even had to deter yourself, pull yourself away from even those that you love that are connected to your abuser. And the reason being for this is because the person and the people that you love that are connected to your abuser, they don't know that they're being used. They don't know that they're being used as a middleman. So they may not believe that witchcraft is being done to you, whether you tell them or not. Some of you guys may have told them, hey, this is being done to me. That person's attacking me. This person's been abusing me. And they may have looked at it like, because they're trying to be neutral, looked at it like, oh, I don't think it's that bad. Or they may have said that it's not true. Or the people that were abusing you or the person that was abusing you may have told them that you were mentally ill and that what you're saying is not true, it's not valid. And this person may have believed them and it may have hurt you so bad. You know why? Because that was someone you probably looked up to. That was someone that you loved, right? And there may have been times where they may not have even talked to you about it because they didn't want to be put in the middle. They did not want to have to pick sides. So you know what they did? They just completely just said, okay, I don't want to get involved. So you decided not to talk to them about it, and they decided not to hear from the other person about it. In some cases, that's what happened to you guys, okay? But the thing about it is God had to remove you from them as well because they were willingly being used as a middleman or unwillingly being used as a middleman. And what I mean by that is your abuser was going to them and fishing for information about you. And the person that you love, whether it be a family or a friend or someone that you were associating with, the person that you respected once or looked up to once or you love, right? They don't think that they're doing any harm by telling this individual that abused you, oh, she's doing okay, or he's doing okay, or they just got a promotion, or they just that. They don't know that they're doing harm by sharing good news about your life to this abuser. They think they're just doing the right thing and just speaking highly about you and how proud they are of you and how much you've changed, how much you grew through Christ and everything like that. So in their eyes, they may be seeing it as they're just talking good about you. But what they don't understand is they're giving the abuser information about you and more things to try to sabotage. And what they don't understand is they were being used either as a flying monkey to do dirty work for them, which is bring back information about you to them, or they were just being used as the bone collector. Either way, they're both the same. But flying monkeys kind of worse because flying monkeys actually take instructions, whether it's good instructions or bad instructions. The flying monkey will take good and bad instructions from the narcissist. Whereas a person that's just collecting information, they may not be speaking negatively about you. They may be speaking very positive about you. And yes, there may be some gossip, but it may be like they're trying to uplift you and trying to show how good you're doing in your life, but they don't understand that they're feeding your abuser more reasons and more information to attack you. And this is why God had to remove you from this person or these people, because they don't know they're being used. Not all of them. Some of them do, but the ones that you love, they don't know they're being used. And you have to understand something about a spiritual narcissist. One who pays spell practitioners to abuse you. You have to understand something about them. They don't like to get their hands dirty. They don't want to get their hands dirty. So what they'll do is they'll get everybody else to do the dirty work for them. Okay? And they'll get every ounce, every inch of information they can get off of you or about you. Okay? And I want to talk to you guys about the spirit of Jezebel. That's what the spirit of Jezebel did. Jezebel was very manipulative. You see what I'm saying? Ahab wanted Naboth's land, vineyard, and Naboth wouldn't give it to Ahab. Right? Ahab went back crying to Jezebel. And the first form of manipulation was Jezebel made Ahab feel bad about himself for crying. Jezebel made Ahab feel like he was not a man for crying. And then after Jezebel embarrassed Ahab about crying over the vineyard, Jezebel tried to encourage him to try to uplift him. So first she put him down, and then she tried to uplift him to cover up her putting him down, to make him feel like she's doing something to help him. That is another form of manipulation. So what she said was, you're king. Don't forget who you are. You're king. If you want it, you can take it from him. So she went from putting him down to then encouraging him to remember who he is in order for him to get into that mindset of, I should take it from him. So she can end up using him to do her dirty work. Once he got into that mindset of, you're right, I should be king, right? He did not think twice to allow her to write the letter as him, to sign it and stamp it as him. So Jezebel decided to write the letter, and she was so manipulative, she made it seem like Naboth was not only disrespecting the king, but she made it seem like Naboth was also disrespecting God. You see what I'm saying? And no, Jezebel did not serve the same God that we serve. But you have to understand that the word God is powerful, that when people hear the word God and they hear someone disrespecting God, it's like, whoa. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why she used that. For example, like many Christians, they'll spread rumors and lies, and then they'll say that God told them. Why is that? Because God is such a powerful word that when people hear it, they feel the authority from that word. Right? So when people hear God told them to spread rumors about this person, or God told them to do this to this person, most likely people are going to believe it because of the authority that is connected to the word king and the word God. So although Jezebel did not serve the same God that we serve, she understood the power of using the word God and using the word king. And that is what made the people believe that what she was saying in that letter, or they thought it was Ahab, that's what made them believe that what Ahab was saying in that letter was true. What they didn't know was that it was not Ahab that was saying that. It was Jezebel that was writing that and stamping it as Ahab. That's another form of manipulation, right? And then them hearing the word is what made them believe it was true. So do you see how she did all this without getting her hands dirty? Okay. So then what ended up happening now when they read the letter, the people that read the letter that bring the announcement out to all the residents in the area or the town, they decided to bring that information from the letter, that false information from the letter, to the people of the town. And the people of the town that are hearing this are thinking it's true now because it's coming from the king, which is what they think, right? And they all stoned Nobath to death. After Nobath was stoned to death, Jezebel sent Ahab to go and collect the vineyard. So Jezebel did all this without even revealing that she did all this. She did this all behind the scenes. That is what a narcissist does, and that is what some of you guys, your attackers, do. They do the witchcraft on you. They pay the spiritualist, right? And the spiritualist does the dirty work for them. You see what I'm saying? And then what will end up happening is then they start spreading rumors about you in the family or friend groups, calling you mentally ill, saying you're this, saying you're that. And then they get other people to jump on board. Or they will tell other people that you said things about them, or they'll mix some truth with a lot of lies and make other people get upset at you and come up after you while they sit back and they observe the whole thing going down. And that's what many of them did in your lives. And this is why God had to remove you even from the people that you love that are still connected to them, because these people are being used and they don't understand that they're being used, unless some of them do know they're being used and they're flying monkeys. But I'm specifically talking about those that don't understand they're being used, and you love these people or you love this person, and it's very hard for you to stay away from them, because now that you're staying away from them, they look at you like you're the bad guy. Like you don't want to call your family no more. You don't want to call your auntie no more. You don't want to call your uncle no more. You don't want to call your nephew or niece no more. You don't want to call your brother and sister no more. They think of it like you just abandoned the family. You're this bad person. And guess what? Yes, it may make the narcissist look like they're telling the truth. It may look like the things that they're saying about you is true. It may make them look like they're accurate about you, because the family's not hearing from you. The friends ain't hearing from you. The people that you actually like and respect ain't hearing from you. And you know what? It's not like you can go up to them and say, hey, I can't talk to you because God told me that I have to stay clear of you because you're connected to this person, because it's going to make you look wild saying that. You get what I'm saying? Because it's going to make you look wild saying that. So you have to just be obedient and just keep your distance until the truth is revealed. Until the truth is revealed. And let me tell you something. The truth will be revealed. Everyone's season for when God reveals the truth is different. Not everyone's season is the same. Some of you guys, this will be your year where the truth comes out. Some of you guys, it came out already last year. Some of you guys, it may be next year. Everyone's season's different. But the key is to be obedient. That's the key. To have faith in God. That's the key. And understand that what's done in the dark always comes to light. Okay? And let people think what they want to think about you. Let them think and accuse you. Let them think that you're not a good person because you don't associate with them no more. And they may think, hey, I ain't do nothing to him. I ain't do nothing to her. They're not going to understand the danger that they're putting you through. Or that they don't understand the danger that they're putting you through just by associating with your abuser. They don't get it. And you know what? No need to explain it to them. Okay? Just remember that God will reveal the truth. And you know what God will do sometimes? Sometimes he will allow the people that don't believe you to start dreaming about what this person's doing to you or these people are doing to you. They will find out the revelation sooner than later. But trust God to reveal it to them. Okay? And trust me, many of the ones that didn't believe you, that called you mentally ill, that said you should be in a psych ward institution, you should be in jail, you should be this, because the abuser tried to cover their tracks and made it seem like something was wrong with you, a lot of these people are going to owe you apologies. A lot of them are going to owe you apologies. God will make sure that people find out and that people know what's going on. Okay? Trust me, He will. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.